people are really afraid of a lot of things, and one of those things is like vanity or selfishness or whatever. But I inspire myself on a daily basis, and I think that it's important for people to inspire themselves on a daily basis to go out there and enjoy their lives. I live an awesome quality of life, and all of my friends really enjoy their life. And anybody that's miserable, that it's not just a circumstance of like one individual event that made them miserable, I'm sorry, but I don't have time for you.
Yes.
I just don't, because I cannot bring myself down, because
for me, I understand what you're saying, but there's a certain amount of leeway that I will give a person.
Okay.
In that situation where, usually they're down and about or whatever. And I'll try to, if they really want to be happy, then I'll try to help them whenever I can. But that's the point. If they have to want to try to be happy.
Yeah, they need to have.
They need to want, or I can't help.
You know what it is, though, man. I think we're on different paths, and I think that you and I both have different values. For me, I respect that 100%. I have to preface what I'm going to say with I respect your mode of doing business 100%. I differ with you because my objective is different. My objective is the mass reprogramming and deconstruction of all people. So I can't, in right-mindedness, take the time out of my existence to interact with people one-on-one on an individual level, unless please let me, I'm sorry, but please let me finish. Unless I feel that my efforts being invested in them will pay off in the grand scheme of things, which is meeting my ultimate objective, which is living in a society that I can cope with and feel comfortable in. And the only way that I can do that is by mass reprogram and deconstruction. So I will take the time out for an individual if I feel like they have a very apparent potential to assist me in my objective, which is such. But like a person that I don't see with the potential, that is also down on themselves for being down on themselves, and is in that really self-destructive cycle, then I can't. I might be able to assist them, but I'm not going to, because there's other people out there that will be better able to assist that person if I am helping train them. And not only are they going to be assisted as a result of me training somebody better. It's there's a book called, I'm just gonna get off this real quick because I know that you had a point which I hope you remember. But there's this book called The Anatomy of Buzz, the Art of Word of Mouth Advertising, and it really explains the systematic clusters of which we can influence people. It's mostly for advertising and marketing, but I still think that it's useful, and it has a utility as far as influence is concerned. And it's just like, you can't really waste your time speaking to all 7 billion people. You have to spend your energy and exert your efforts at training or assisting 10 people that are then going to be able to train each of them 2 additional people that they feel are strong. And then it works exponentially. You tell 2 people, they tell 2 people, they tell 2 people, and 4 generations down the road, you have this variable that I'm unable to process right now because I failed at math when I went to school.
Yay, math!
But what was your because when I was saying that
I was just saying that, yes, I was just talking about before that point is where I don't involve myself with those people anymore.
But you will take the time out to assist somebody who
I have either been like really close to and saw something in, or
okay. Yeah, I do think that it's important that we revisit our history.
And there are certain people that are, if they have those qualities that are good, but they are just like so caustic, they can really affect other people around them, and then it might be really important that somebody helps them too.
Yeah. But there's
But you're right, they have to be willing to
Yeah.
help, and they have to have a certain amount of potential to inspire others.
there are energy vampires out there that really strip people of their pure energy because they feed off the energy of others. And
Oh yes, I've known many.
I know, and it's
sad.
The problem with it is you want to help them so that they'll stop being destructive of themselves and of others, but you can't get close to them because the closer you get to them and try to assist them, they're more gonna be like, woe is me, woe is me, woe is me. At first it's like, woe is me, help me, and it's like, oh wow, this person has a little whimper, I can assist them, and then that little whimper grows the more you try to help them, and then if you notice that happening, kind of
Then it's time to back off.
yeah, if you see the ship sinking, you just have to abandon ship unless you want to go down with it, because I mean there are other ships that are well worth repair in order to get out there. But it's like you said, you know, I was saying, you know, you need to it's important to analyze others and be social and all that stuff, and you were saying that it's important to understand the self, because you
Right.
won't be able to assist others until you assist yourself. Well, with the ship analogy, I think it's important to build yourself a great vessel and a great hull to bring people on board with. And I'm totally down to be a part of somebody else's ship and their enterprise and their voyage. Totally down. Like, people have great causes out there and I want to assist them. It's not all about my motivation of deconstructing the conditions that lead people to self-destructive means and the conditioning that leads people to just assume that their lives are as righteous as possible in the immediate, in the present, and so they just...
It's about a cooperative mission.
Like, I don't mind apathy as long as the apathetic means aren't are sustainable. As long as the apathetic, like, I don't mind a person not doing anything with their life as long as the little that they do isn't destructive to other people or themselves. Like, I know very many simple people that aren't involved with, you know, changing the quo, breaking the spell that society has placed upon us. But at least these simple people, they don't, you know, they spread joy and happiness in their immediate circle.
Right. Were you the one that was talking about that New Jersey project?
Oh, the Free State Project
Free
of
State
New
Project,
Hampshire.
yeah, New Hampshire. Sorry, not New Jersey.
New Hampshire. Yeah, New Hampshire. FreeStateProject.com, I think, is a informational site about this concept.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting about freeing the state of New Hampshire from the. See, and the great thing is that there's no. It's kind of vague and it's kind of up in the air for interpretation. But they're trying to create this
safe haven,
like kind of anarchist state, but not really.
No, it's more of like a directly representational government.
Direct representation. That's right.
Because every single person is gonna have a say in how they want the state to be, because they wouldn't be going to the state under this project unless they really wanted to have this positive environment.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting if it plays out. I mean, there's like really no marketing effort behind it. Unfortunately, you do need a strong marketing effort behind it, and I don't feel strongly enough about because there is a real lack of politics involved. So you go there and you don't know what to expect, and you move all your possessions and things to freaking New Hampshire, and then all of a sudden you're inundated with like gun freaks who
But it's
just
still
love
very interesting, and it's a way
Oh,
to...
sure. The potentiality of it is great. I just feel like the forums need to present a poll structure to see which way it's leaning before people pack up their bags and move to New Hampshire. But the concept of the Free State New Hampshire is that New Hampshire has no state tax. They have no income tax. They have the most lenient gun control laws in the country, which, you know.
Whatever.
The thing with it is freedom, and freedom is the freedom of being able to protect yourself as well as the freedom to impose your will on others. Unfortunately, that's a part of freedom. So you, I mean, in that analysis, you could say that we live in a free state. Unfortunately, it's being there's a huge abuse that's actually limiting other people's freedom. Anyhow.